Hey, I don't think I've ever done a Facebook Live feed, but I just wanted to briefly get on here and express my frustration with people being upset that the gorilla was killed in Cincinnati to save the child. Some people are saying that the mom was neglectful or she wasn't paying attention and she should have kept better track of her children, and how could he possibly get away and, get through the gate and get down there and, how can this possibly happen? And, hey, Jessica and Gail. What's up, Gail? Hey, Jessica. So, hey. But I was outraged at that because, hey, Donna, my children, perfect example. Kids, first of all, kids move at the speed of light. Like, they move quickly. What's up, Brandon? Kids move very quickly. I have three now, and I know that. So, hey, we this weekend we went to a water park, and this is the perfect example because, hey, Valencia, thank you guys for joining me. We went to a water park, and the water park wasn't that big. It was at Soaring Eagle in Mount Pleasant. So, it was a hotel resort, kind of probably like Kalahari. I've never been there, but a smaller scale. But they had, a different pool, and hey, Chantel, they had a different pool and, like a splash pad area, and different slides and stuff. Oh, you like these, Gabby? Okay. All right, girl. What's up, Mark? My kids, so I was in a hot tub, okay? So it was me, one of my friends were there. She had her daughter and girl, Chantel, these people pissing me off, okay? I'm trying to like be calm, but it enrages me that everybody has an opinion about what they would and would not do, when it's not their kid. So, they're like, oh my gosh, this is anyway, let me go back because I can get sidetracked quickly. So we're at the water park and we were in the little, it was like a little hot tub, well, not really a hot tub, like a warm pool next to the big pool. But behind us was the splash pad. So we're walking out. Hey, Leonard. What's up? Is that Brian? I can't see which one you are, which twin you are. So I was getting out. Me and my daughter, I was pulling her, helping her because, they had the little vest on, they were floating. I was helping her out. By the time I turned around, Levi was gone. I mean, it probably was maybe 5 seconds. Hey, Haley. It was maybe 5 seconds. I turned around and he was gone. Now, we're talking about two adults, all of us getting out. And I turned around and my son was gone. Gone. Hey, Donna. Oh no, that's Dion. Okay, I thought that said Donna. I know a Donna Marie. So I said, okay. So I saw that, my son was gone. It was 5 seconds. And I was like, where'd he go? So of course we're like, oh gosh. So we put the kids, okay, y'all sit here, don't move. But my son had ran to the slide because he like, forget this, I ain't in the pool, y'all take it too long. Ran over to the slide and was sliding down. So we looking like, oh my gosh, where is he? So me, my friend, my husband, and my daughter, she's 6 years old. The other girl, the other little girl that we were with was 4. And so me, my friend, and my husband are like, okay, you sit here. But we're holding her hand, walking around looking for my son. And what he doing? He ran up the stairs, got down the slide, and by the time we saw him, he was running back up the stairs to go back down the slide. So I said that to say that, I mean, I literally, it was not more, I don't even think it was 5 seconds. And I turned around and he was gone. So when you have more than one child, and I'm not saying that that I always have people with me when I go places. Because I could have been, what if I was to the water park by myself and it was just me and him? I mean, there's been times where I was at the park with them and I turn around and, hey, Will, I turn around and, my son is somewhere on another slide. So, people are saying, oh, this mom was neglectful. How could she let her son do that? And it's crazy because stuff happens. I mean, kids move. If you have kids, they move at the speed of light. You can turn around and they're gone. I mean, like, I'm sorry, where'd you go? And people are always so judgmental to say, if that was my kid, they wouldn't happen. You don't know that. I would have never thought that I would have turned around 5 seconds later and my heart dropped because I'm like, where's my son? So did he run out the door? Did he run? You just never know. And it wasn't that I was being neglectful. I was helping my daughter out and he was standing right behind me. So it's not like I was not paying attention. I wasn't on my phone or I wasn't taking pictures. I wasn't doing any of that. But I turned around and he was gone. It was 5 seconds. So I just wanted to get on here to just encourage parents to hey Ev, hey you guys, Valencia, you said I get tired of people with no kids making, yeah, like, people have all these comments, well, they shouldn't have got through, how dare they kill the gorilla. Let that be your kid. If any of my kids would have failed in that thing, I probably would have jumped in there with them. But if you listen to the video, the mom was like, mommy loves you, baby, be calm. I thought that she did an excellent job. I mean, I don't know how the kid got through there. It doesn't matter. But because I know how fast kids can move. But she seemed very calm. Like somebody call the zoo, like it's okay, baby. Mommy's here. Mommy loves you. Stay calm. I think she did an excellent job with that because I probably would have fainted. Like I would have been standing up fainting, like, because hey Ron, hey guys, hey Lawanda, like I would have just been outraged. Like I don't know what I would have done. I mean, she was completely helpless. So for people to make all these comments about how she wasn't paying attention, I just think that that's so rude. I saw, I think it was Gary Owens. He had a meme up of the gorilla. Like it seemed like the gorilla was trying to protect the kid and the gorilla was doing a better job than the mom. And it's like, how dare you say that? Your kids are freaking 14, 15, 16 years old. And, so of course they're not falling in, but this is a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. They have no concept of fear. That little boy probably was thinking, oh, this animal not going to hurt me. Like, and he probably didn't think that he was going to fall. I mean, he's 3. So people, don't be so judgmental of parents when you've never experienced anything like that. I mean, I've had a couple of examples where my son or my daughter was like out of sight in 2 seconds. Like, like literally, I mean, and people are so insensitive. I mean, that I'm sure was the most traumatizing situation for her. So stop being so rude and mean, to say that you would never do that. I mean, I've read articles of, parents, people are always like, I wouldn't leave my kids in the car. And I completely agree. I'm not saying it's never okay to leave your kids in the car. But there was an article that I read about a family, like I think they were, I can't remember if they were pastors, but they were like a really, yes, exactly, Valencia. Like, we don't know what was going on. The gorilla grabbed him, but it doesn't matter if he was trying to protect him or not. It's a kid. It's not a gorilla. So him dragging him, I mean, I don't know if he fractured his arm. I mean, I would assume that his arm is dislocated or broken or something. I think they said that he only suffered a concussion. Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a boy. And, people are like, oh, they should have tranquilized him. And maybe they could have, but a gorilla that size, tranquilize him and see how agitated he get. He might have killed the little boy. Or what if he fell on top of him? Like, I don't know what would happen in the other area because we could only see, when he dragged him over to I think it was the right side, facing the video, like the right side. And we can no longer see anything, but people, have so many different opinions. But anyway, back to this, 400 pounds, exactly. Like, 400 pounds. Hey, Pastor Ramsey. You said you blamed Disney for humanizing animals. Yes. So, it's not like the kid would have been afraid. Like if it was a dog, of course, dogs bark. You stay away from a dog. Don't nobody say stay away from a gorilla. I mean, who says that? You don't see them often. So it's not like she could have prepared him. Like, don't go into the gorilla cage. It's so, but anyway, back to the article. So I saw an article, it was I think it was a parent. So it was like, I think they had 4 or 5 kids and they had a minivan. And the smallest kid was like maybe 2 in a forward-facing car seat. And they ran out, they got tired, ran to the house and took a nap, all the kids. So they wake up and they're like, where's little Joe? We can't find little Joe. Where is he? He was sleeping in the car and he had passed away because they thought he got out the car. He didn't. And hey, Crystal. So, and this family was a reputable, like a, really known family in the community, had ties and was just a very known to be a good family. And what happened? They were all tired. They went in the house, assuming that the little boy, was 2 or 3 years old. He could walk. They assumed that he went to the bed and took a nap like everybody else, but he didn't. And he was in the car. So people were like, oh my gosh, the parents should be charged for neglect. And I'm not saying that people should, that they should have been left. I don't know. I don't know how I would have handled that situation. Sean, I feel life happens to everyone. Yeah, life does happen. And people, you do the best that you can. And people are like, our mistakes might not cost us our child, to get a concussion, but we've all been in the grocery store, kid, go around the corner trying to get some candy or anything. I mean, anything could happen. So y'all just stop being so judgmental of parents that make, that's a mistake. I mean, I'm sure she turned around or, she just made a mistake and that could have cost her, her son's life. But we make mistakes every day. As parents, we're not perfect and we make mistakes. So, my mistake of allowing my son to go in the refrigerator and the shelf falling on him might just result in a little hurt on his toe. But it's still a mistake. There's no levels of mistakes. So, just stop being so mean and rude to these parents who, are seemingly doing the best that they can. Or even if she wasn't, say she is a horrible parent, it doesn't matter. The 3-year-old little boy could have ran away from, a freaking security detail. Like, kids move so fast. So just give me a break. Like, if I see one more meme, I don't know, I might just like break my phone or something. But just try to be compassionate and understand that, parents have a ton of things going on. If you're a parent, kids can move really fast. So just give them a break. Like, don't stop crucifying them like, oh my gosh, you're horrible, like you're a perfect parent, because you're not. You can't be. Like, you don't have no manual, and if you do, let me see it. But you're not perfect. Nobody is. So, and whether she was doing the best thing, the best that she could or not, she was out at the zoo with her son and he fell in the thing. Whether he climbed through there, it don't matter, it doesn't matter. It happened. Like, it happened. And the gorilla, it was either the gorilla or the kid. So, and no questions asked, it should have been the kid, which is what happened. But for people to be upset about that, it's like, well, what if that was your child? You think you're the perfect parent. So what if your child would have fell in the pit just by accident? Y'all sitting up there watching and maybe the thing broke or something and he fall in. No matter how he got in there was a kid in there and he was unsafe. And the only thing that they could do was kill the gorilla. So y'all just try to stop, saying what you would do in certain situations when you ain't been in them, because you don't know. You say that, but you don't know. Like, I've been in a few where I was like, oh my gosh, like, where is my son? And because, he's a little busybody. Where is he? In a little tunnel at the park or at the, in the slide in the water park. But the point is they can get away so fast. So you keep track of them. Of course you try to, but don't turn around for 2 seconds to help another kid because they can be gone. And of course you're like, hold my hand and all that stuff, but give them a break. There's sometimes where I'm not like, hold my hand while I tie the other kid's shoe. I may not do that. So, but does that make me a bad parent? And my kid should be, subject to, hurt by a gorilla because I didn't ask my son to hold my belt buckle while I bent down to tie somebody else's shoe. Like, that's bold, so you said people are so insensitive. Yeah, like the mom, I'm sure feels horrible. Like, I could not imagine. I felt like a bad mom when my son just ran into the little water slide. Like, how could I lose track of him? So imagine how that mom felt. Like, I'm sure she didn't do it on purpose. Who would do that? So, give him a break and stop saying what you would do when, if you were in a situation, because you don't know. You say that and you're like, oh, I would do this, and I know I wouldn't, but you don't know. You don't know if you would make a mistake being exhausted. Your son's in the backseat sleep. You run in the house and you're like, whew, thinking you put the kid down or anything. Life happens to people and people don't do stuff on purpose. So stop being so judgmental and insensitive when you don't know what you would do. You just don't know. And as parents, most parents, the parents that I know, I can't speak for everybody, but, they do the best that they can. And most of the time they do, the best that they can with what they've learned or how they were parented. And, so it's just both for people to be just so rude to these people. Just stop. I mean, you know, pray for the little boy, pray for the mom. I mean, the mom, I'm sure if she doesn't go to counseling, or she's gonna need some counseling. I mean, like intensive trauma based therapy. Like she just don't need no, you know, oh, I'm gonna go to my church, you know, Christian counselor. Not that they're not good, but you know, just some old regular, just a clinical counselor that doesn't specialize in trauma, because she'll need that. So just give her